Hey guys, welcome back to the first episode of a new series on the channel. The idea of this series is to give you a bit of insight into other creators' lives within the Terraria community beyond just their content. Crabbar, a Terraria YouTuber that you likely know already, will be the focus of this first episode, with his channel having over 121,000 subscribers at the time of making this video. I prepared about 20 questions for this, some are related to more general topics, while others are directly about him. Lastly, Crabbar decided to do this by responding to the messages over Discord rather than voice call, so I will be voicing both the questions and the answers in the video. With that being said, let's get started. The first question was, what made you choose the name Crabbar? His response was a series of little happy accidents that made me choose the name of Crabstick, a favorite food back then, but Google translated into Crabbar instead. The next question is, how did you first get into Terraria and when did you discover it? His response was, no idea at this point, it found me itself, I just know it was version 1.1.2 at the time. The next question is, what about Terraria hooked you like it did? What about it made it your core game? His response was limitless possibilities for runs and challenges, while also providing a big basic playground, which was the main reason Terraria prevailed over Minecraft for me. The next question I asked was, what is your favorite video you've made and why? His response was, there isn't a single favorite video, but rather a bunch of those. Usually they were about something epic achieved and edited quite well. If I had to pick one, probably would be the Terraria low percent achievements run. The next question was, what is your favorite Terraria mod? His response was Calamity, huge amount of stuff to do, boss-oriented content, and a lot of quality of life fixes and rebalancing, and overall just a mod that I know people put effort in. The next question was, when are you going to defeat Escal with a copper short sword with 1 HP? His response was, when the channel achieves 133,242,069 subscribers. You guys heard it here, it's going to happen someday. The next question was, what do you think is the hardest boss you have defeated in Terraria? His response was, Escal no hit, and even no hit it's likely still Escal. The next question is, what is your favorite boss from Vanilla and Calamity? His response was, Vanilla split between Dukefish Run and Empress of Light, Calamity probably Yaron, but there are a lot of bosses pretty much on the same place for me. My next question was, how painful was it to do the Defiled Armageddon Death Mode Calamity series? His response was, not too much considering it was spread across more than a year, just gotta not get hit. My next question was, how do you feel about the Journey's End update? He said, solid polisher of the game, making it a lot more comfortable journey than the previous updates, but a bunch of controversial decisions, low content amount added, and mustard mode release makes for a lot of sighs when talking about it. The next question was, what's your go-to class choice in Terraria? He said, if casually, mage for sure, being the most interactive and all-around class. If for a challenge, ranger has covered my back with OP stuff. My next question was, do you prefer a more vanilla approach to your playthroughs, or do you like using quality of life mods like Alchemist NPC Lite or Recipe Browser? He responded with, depends, boss health bar, recipe browser, and boss checklist are welcome guests to me. Alchemist NPC, Omni Swing, Louis AFK, and other powerful quality life mods are too much. Magic storage is 50-50. My next question was, what advice do you have for someone who is wanting to get into the YouTube scene? His response was, prepare for a long wait. Your work may not get recognized day 1 or month 1 or even year 1. If you keep on posting and experimenting while keeping your standards up, you'll succeed. My next question was, is there any specific memory or moment you felt like you made it when it came to YouTube? What was that like? His response was, frankly enough, I don't think that moment ever occurred. It's always been an endless process of growing, so the realization is still pending. My next question was, were you inspired by anyone regarding starting your YouTube channel? And if so, who? His response was, a lot of YouTubers in fact. Ymir, Nagishu, Mappy Gaming, Leviathan for silent and or challenging Terraria content, Chippy Gaming as an example for the most successful Terraria YouTuber, Yumfa for the comedy approach to educational content. The list can go on for a while. The next question was, if you never made your YouTube channel, what do you think you'd be doing instead? He said, no idea, well, probably become a modder for one of the games, Terraria, Celeste, or Ahead in Time. The next question was, what games do you play outside of the channel? He said, I kind of feel like every game that has been played regularly has made its road on the channel at least once. Dark Souls 2, Cave Blazers, Hades, and a bunch of rarely visited stuff. The next question is, how long does it take you to typically edit a video? He said very long. Usually I expect to finish an average video in about 10 hours of editing, then it proceeds to more than double every single time. The next question was, do you have a creative process involving coming up with video ideas? He responded with, "Ironically enough, there has never been a shortage of video ideas, partially thanks for active communication with other players. When something does need to be thought up, it's usually doing casual things while thinking nonstop." The next question was, "What do you do outside of gaming?" He said, "Not much. I'd argue it's nothing at all, actually." And the final question for today is, do your friends know about your channel, and if so, what was their reaction? He said, "Bold of you to assume I have friends." Their reaction usually sums up in, "Wow, that's unexpected but really cool," once they've acknowledged the existence of a channel. That's all for today's Get to Know video. If you want more videos like this, make sure to hit that like button, comment who you want me to interview next, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Thank you for watching.